Folks, welcome to yet another episode from the TGV Global Speaker Series. And our guest for today is Anath Lee Wales, and he's from Rwanda. Anath was born in Rwanda in 1997 and transitioned into a multifaceted life path when he assumed the role of a caregiver for his family following his father's passing away in 2018. Amidst these responsibilities, he found refuge in literature, authoring his first book, Your Life Can Be Changed, which has inspired personal and societal transformations. Anath Lee Wales is now a well respected social scientist, entrepreneur, humanitarian, and motivational speaker. And he's dedicated to driving positive change as the CEO of Daddy Minds Limited. And as we prepare to delve into our conversation on the topic at hand, how to build a remote company, here's an exciting twist. Let us tickle the brain of our guest first. So, Anath, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few, and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response without thinking much. Are you ready for it?
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's do it. Here comes my first word, creativity.
Creativity is the art of giving your imaginations life.
Curiosity.
Curiosity is the key to the secrets of wisdom.
Invention.
Invention is the art of creating what has never existed before.
Future.
The devil is working hard to take over our world. We should
Book.
stand together strong to fight for the humankind. The future. The devil is working hard to take over our world. We should stand strong together to fight for the welfare of the humankind.
Amazing. I loved it. Next word is book.
Reading is the strongest weapon that can shoot past the poverty of the mind.
Movie.
I love this series, Ip Man, by Donnie Yen. It's really a nice story.
Next one is aliens.
I think aliens might be beings from another earth dimension.
Next is business.
A good business executive should be like a father to his children.
Universe.
I think there is something that is not right in our world and we should take action.
And the last one is success.
Success is simply the gap between your past and the present moment.
Awesome. I loved your responses, Anath, and thank you so much for participating in the first rapid fire round so sportively. So there is one more rapid fire round waiting towards the fag end of this episode. So stay tuned. And folks, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series where we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. I'm your host, Naveen Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place through valuable discussions that add value not only to your life, but also to your career. And thank you so much for tuning in. Anath, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice TGV podcast. And I'm super thrilled to have you as our first guest from Rwanda. How are you today?
I'm very fine. I am happy that today I have teleported to India.
Right, you are teleported and we are having this conversation. I'm also super thrilled to embark on this conversation as part of TGV Global Speaker Series. So let's get started, Anath. We'll begin with your success mantra. So please share with us the top 3 things that have contributed to your success so far.
One of the top 3 things, I love reading. I love learning something new every day. And then I also practice leadership, but basically reading my own life. I believe that strong leadership starts from reading your own life.
Wow. Reading, learning from own life. Very nice, yes. Anath. It is inspiring. Let's move forward. Yeah, please continue.
One more thing that has made me who I am today is curiosity that I was born with since I was young. Whenever someone tells me something, I am always curious to learn more about what is hidden behind what they are talking about. And that inspires my learning ability.
Very nice. Anath, let's move to the next question, which is around the core of today's topic, building a remote company. So, what unique challenges
Yes.
did you face when building a remote company, and how did these experiences shape your approach to remote work?
Could say that the biggest challenge as a remote entrepreneur is choosing the right tools that you can use to manage your business. At first, for example, here in Rwanda, no one else knows this remote how this remote business works. So I had no one to guide me about which are the right tools to use. I had to try out all the tools that I could find on the internet. But here I have crafted some few tips on choosing the right tools. One, you have to choose the tools that are not expensive. For example, if you are a startup, you need to choose the tools that are easy to navigate so that you will be able to onboard new team members who will join you. And you should also choose the tools that can integrate all the other tools that you are already using. And you should choose an all-in-one platform, a tool that can automate all the systems that we are using together and help you to get the reports in one place, as that will help you in decision making.
Got it, Anath.
And finally, you need to work, if you are choosing a software, you have to work with a business partner that supports your growth as a business and as an entrepreneur. For example, I work with HubSpot. They give me templates. They have an academic platform, and they give me blog resources. They give me toolkits and more to guide me throughout the process of growing my business.
Got it. Now let's move to the next question. So, since you started your remote company after the pandemic, and I think you have found some innovative ways in which your remote team collaborates, right? So, please share a memorable story of an innovative way your team collaborates that wouldn't be possible in a traditional office setting.
I can say one of the key things that are favorable to the remote business world is communication and project management. For example, today I can work with someone who is in India or Switzerland, for example, and I don't need to knock on their office so that I can do them anything. I just have to click on my computer and then we can do the work completely. And I can see all the posts about the projects that we are working on my laptop. And another thing is working remotely is cost effective. For example, here, a regular office that they would need, for example, for me, would cost me 600 USDs per month. And that's more than 7,200, about 7,200 per month. And the market status, I can say that is very poor when it comes to professional services industry that we are in, which means that if I invest that money in an office, I'm gonna lose everything. But since I work online, I only need my internet, and then I can do all the work completely online without spending a lot of money.
Super. So you are leveraging the power of internet and you're able to manage the work effectively. Now let's move on. If you could pinpoint one pivotal moment in your corporate timeline, what would it be, and how did it transform your business?
I will begin by the story of the Red Minds company. I first had an idea of becoming an entrepreneur in 2019 after writing my first book. And I can say that I was a fresh graduate from high school, so I had a lot of these organized ideas in my head. I thought that I could do everything I knew or I have the skills about in one go, but it wasn't possible. In 2021, that's when I decided that my company should be divided into different product departments so that I will be able to organize the work and also to guide the employees who will join me. At that time, I divided the company into 18 different product departments. And today, both management and Making strategies is more straightforward and easier and clear to whoever joins us, both the customers, able to guide the customers easily, and they can be able to onboard new employees easily than before when everything was disorganized and mixed up. When you have this kind of structure, you're able to know which industry you are focusing on and how you are growing as a company. For example, if we provide professional or personal development coaching services and marketing and branding services or business management, I can measure which area in all those is growing faster so that I can know where to invest more efforts. Yeah.
Amazing, Anath. Your story is really inspirational for all the budding entrepreneurs. Let's move forward with the next question. So, in your opinion, which three major corporate industries are the most adaptable to remote work environment and why?
I can say that all industries in the business world can use technology in their profession, in their operation, but of course they cannot all work remotely. The major three industries that I can see can run better remotely are the professional services industry. As you know, it doesn't require any manufacturing. The entertainment industry and the entertainment and media industry can also operate fully online. And then the IT industry, for example, software developers can operate fully online. All they need is to focus on their security measures in their cyber security systems to make sure that their data can't be compromised. But those three industries can run fully online.
Got it. Very clear. Let's talk about your advice, something unconventional piece of advice that you would offer for aspiring entrepreneurs when starting a new venture and something they won't find in a typical startup guide.
For someone who is an aspiring entrepreneur, there are two things that I would like to tell them. The first one is self-concept. Self-concept is like the art of knowing who you are and discovering your abilities and your potential. For someone who will read my first book, Life Can Be Changed, you will see the guide to self-concept on the first page. So you have to understand yourself, understand what you need. There are people we call role models. I don't believe in that. You don't say that I have a dream of becoming like Bill Gates. That's not fine to me. You have to discover your own potential and you have to create your own idol of who you want to become. For example, I have decided that I should be called Anath Lee Wales, but actually Anath Lee Wales is not my legal name on my ID. Anath is just my name. It means answer. And Lee, it is an inspiration I got from a Chinese entrepreneur. He founded a very big pharmaceutical company, which is called TNs. And that inspired me that I should also create something big and global. And words somehow funny, but I got it from this movie, The Flash. You know Dr. Arson Wells. I was inspired by the way he created. He was creating the things that can't be done by anyone. And those are the three things that I stand for: being an answer to people, creating something big, which is global, and also inventing or creating or doing things in the way that has never been done by anyone. That's my identity. So you have also to discover who you want to be, not like Bill Gates, not like Jeff Bezos. When these creative people tell us about their success, there is one thing they leave behind, and that's the most important thing. They don't tell us the sacrifices that they have paid to become who they are. And once you don't know the sacrifices, how do you know that? Can you say that you want to become like them while you don't know the process to get there? You will never achieve that. Another big tip is I actually am not a good fan of the traditional academic system. I would like to advise people, especially entrepreneurs, to follow informal education where you learn something because you need it. For example, there is something they have taught us at school, the computer analysis in business planning. It actually doesn't work in real life. How can you say that you're going to start an e-commerce, for example, and you're going to compete with Jeff Bezos, who leads the global industry? In that case, you will fail in your first days. All you have to do, or what I do, is what I call the partnership analysis.
Mhm.
Whenever I'm going to approach a new market, I do an analysis to discover who I can work with and grow together with them. For example, in a few understandable calculations, if I have 10 partners who earn 100 USDs, but because I work with them, I earn 20%, that's $20 times 10, that's 200. And it means while everyone else is getting 100 minus 20, they are remaining with 80, but I am getting 200. Then who leads the industry? That's exactly me. That's why I prefer partnership. You have to do a partnership analysis and discover who you can work with rather than competing. Competing cannot get you anywhere when you are starting your business for the first time.
Really insightful, and I loved your perspective totally. Like being an answer to people, creating big and creating something what no one has created will take you places. That's amazing, Anath. Let's move forward and answer this question. Like the title, "The Devil, the Blind, and Awakening the World." Right? It sounds so intriguing. So, could you delve into the inspiration and meaning behind it, and how it ties into your mission?
There are some things we hear.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I will not go in deep into this. There is a question I always ask myself. I think many people remember the story of the protocols. When they were out at the first time, they claimed that it was a forgery. But today, everything that was in those protocols is happening in our world. So the question is, was those protocols a plan of what was going to be done? Or was it a forgery, but that was later implemented by someone else who wants to destroy our world? In a few words, there are many evil things happening in our world right now, but most people pretend to be blind. And the fact is that even if you don't care about what is happening, it doesn't mean that nothing will happen to your family or your life. I can say that everyone has to wake up and take action dedicated to building a better future and well-being of the humankind. My mission is to empower the global change for a better well-being of the humankind. I can say that just because a sin or a crime is committed by many people, that shouldn't mean that it should be inserted in our culture. We should understand that what is wrong will continue to be wrong, even if it is painted in any kind of colors, just like a rainbow. I think the people of the world should choose right and say no to the darkness. We all know where, for example, God's teachings can lead us. But I think we also understand where the devil teachings can lead us. I urge people to stop being betrayed and stand up to fight for the humankind.
Amazing.
That's
I'm loving your thought process totally. So we have had some incredible conversation so far, and it's time for us to add some excitement. So get ready, Anath, as we dive into a series of intriguing rapid fire questions. The second round, just
Yes.
to spice up the episode. So if you're ready, let's dive in.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, if you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
I could say connect hands together and fight for the humankind. Don't let the devil take over our world.
And what is your favorite unconventional way to unwind and relax?
Oh, the first one is music and movies. The second is books and podcasts. Then the third is sleeping and a glass of water.
The next question is, can you describe yourself in just one word?
In one word, I am a Christian.
And what is a skill or hobby you have always wanted to learn, but you haven't had the chance to?
Playing musical instruments like a piano or a guitar, and maybe drawing.
And if you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be and why?
Since I discovered something called the self concept, I have come to learn that no one on this earth can be me better than me. So I can't be replaced by anyone. I never compare myself to anyone.
Mhm.
I am just me, only me. Yeah.
Got it. And here comes the last one for the rapid fire. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you would like to see or invent yourself?
I love military, though I cannot go to become a soldier. But I don't know if it is possible. But if I get the ability, I would like to invent maybe a thunderstorm gun, a gun that can shoot thunderstorm.
Wow. Quite interesting. And that's a great rapid fire round. I really loved all the responses, and I really appreciate your sportive spirit for participating in the second rapid fire round. Anath, this has been a great rapid fire round, and let's flip back to the mainstream. And here comes my last but one question. What is the one message or piece of advice that you would like to leave with our audience as they navigate their journey towards personal growth and also societal change?
I could request everyone to practice self concept to better understand themselves. As far as I believe, changing who you are can sometimes changing everything to everyone around you. And if everyone was dedicated to changing themselves in a positive way, then I can guarantee that this will surely make our world a beautiful place to be. Change begins with you. You don't change the other things before changing who you are. Yes.
Perfect. I loved every bit of this conversation, Anant, and it's time for me to hear your feedback on how is it being hosted on the Guiding Voice platform.
I can say that I am really thankful for the chance you have given me to send my message to the world. And I can send my blessings to the Guiding Voice community. And I can also conclude by telling people that if someone fights alone, maybe they can fail. But if we connect hands together and fight for the future together, I know we can win and we can make our world a better place.
Amazing.
So
So,
thank you.
folks, whoever is interested to connect with Anath, you'll find the link to his LinkedIn profile in the show notes, and also you may visit his website, daddyminds.com, and the link will be available in the show notes. And Anath, it was real pleasure talking to you, and I really appreciate you taking time for joining me in this amazing conversation and sharing tons of insights with our audience. And I'm looking forward to hosting you again in the future. And have a great time ahead. Appreciate it, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. I will be available.
All right. So, friends, that was our episode with Anath Lee Wales. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. If you haven't already subscribed to us, please subscribe to The Guiding Voice from wherever you have tuned in, because subscribing keeps you updated on new episodes. And also, if you have enjoyed this episode and found the conversation useful, please share with at least three of your friends or colleagues who would also like the Guiding Voice. So spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you. All right, now let's hop into the trivia segment. Today we had an amazing guest from Rwanda. So let me present you three less known and interesting facts about Rwanda. First one is about Rwanda is often referred to as the land of a thousand hills due to its picturesque and hilly terrain. These lush rolling hills create stunning landscapes and contribute to Rwanda's nickname as one of the most beautiful countries in Africa. Second one is about gorilla conservation success. Rwanda is known for its successful gorilla conservation efforts, particularly in Volcanoes National Park, and the country has made remarkable strides in protecting and preserving the endangered mountain gorillas, and tourists can now participate in gorilla trekking experiences, contributing to both conservation and also local tourism. Third one is about gender equality. Rwanda has achieved significant progress in promoting gender equality and women's empowerment. It has one of the highest percentage of female representation in the national parliament globally, with women holding over 60% of the seats in the lower house. And this commitment to gender equality has made Rwanda a standout example in this regard. So these facts actually highlight some of the unique and lesser known aspects of Rwanda's culture and achievements. And that's it from my side, from Rwanda's perspective. If you have any interesting facts to share about Rwanda, keep them coming through in the form of comments. If you are watching it on YouTube, or if you have found this episode on some social media platforms, you can leave your comment there as well. I'm going to review all your comments for sure. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV community. Folks, we would love to hear from you. So do not hesitate to share your ideas, feedback, guest speaker suggestions, and topic recommendations either through our social media, or you can also email us at theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com, and let's create content that resonates with you. I'm your host Naveen Samala, a lifelong learner, and my goal is to have impactful conversations that improve not only your life but also your career. So until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, the future holds great things because the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest.